Well, there's a story. Basically, there's a woman who was engaged to a guy, and all of a sudden they were together in the house, and she happened to see a text message come across his phone, and it was like a good morning message. And it was a woman's name on the phone. And she was like, well, what the hell is that? And then when she went back to ask him about it, he had erased the message. And basically said that, it wasn't a woman. It was a friend at work making sure that I was up so I wouldn't be late for work.
The lies, baby.
So anyway, it brought up a conversation between me and Nina about having each other's cell phone access. And if you're in a committed relationship, should there be codes on your phone that the other person doesn't have? Nina Brown thinks, Nina
Brown said that when you're married, that there should be transparency and trust, where if I say, babe, let me see your phone, or can I use your phone to see something, you shouldn't break out in hives, you shouldn't break out in sweat. You should be able to hand me your phone, and I should either know the passcode or you should have no passcode. And there should be that sort of like leverage given in a relationship. There's no need to go through people's phones if there's trust. If there's no trust, then you have deeper issues. However, if you're married and there's trust, there should be no issues with handing your phone over to your significant other either way and saying, yeah, no problem, here you go.
So if there's trust, why you got to ask me for it?
If I'm asking you for your phone, it's not to go through it. I might say, hey, let me use your camera. Let me borrow your phone to take a picture
You got
or something.
your own phone and your own camera.
Frank, I mean, now you're okay. Don't flip flop it. There's a plenty of times in marriage what would
be the reason for you to take my phone? You got the same phone I got.
No, for instance, my cell phone might be acting up. I might say, let me use your phone real quick. I need to find something on the internet, or let me call somebody on your phone. For whatever reasons, you're married. Things like that happen all the time. Don't act silly. And if I say, let me use your phone, you should be able to give it to me, no problem. Why are you breaking out in sweat?
Herb, that's the slick side of women do. Let me use your phone. My phone acting up. Let me see your phone. That's the slick way. My phone might be dead.
Your phone may not. You never know the reason. But if a man sleeps with his phone in his pocket or breaks out in sweat, there's a problem. If there's no trust, then that's totally different. All bets are off. But if there's trust, you should be able to give me your phone and I should be able to give you mine, and there should be transparency in the relationship.
People, okay, I'll go with that for a minute. My thing is sometimes people can't interpret your text messages from other people. You know what I mean? You talk to people differently and whatnot, and somebody may see something and be like, why are you talking like that? Why are you saying it like that? Why are you having that conversation? And it's like, I've known this person for 20 years. That's how we talk. So you can get in a lot of trouble, and it could be something innocent.
Sounds like an excuse to me. You can have those conversations prior and let them know this is what it is. So
all right, Nina Brown.
Thank you,
bye.
Kelly.
Thank you, guys.
Sometimes things get misconstrued, and your significant other may say, let me see your phone, because they might have heard something, they might have seen something, and because of their own personal insecurities or their own personal history in the past, in their past relationships dealing with people that have cheated on them, they want the confidence to be able to look and make sure there's nothing going on in your life, right? I agree. You know what? I got to do everything I can to make you feel comfortable. Here you go, baby. Take a look. The problem I have is the old saying really is true. If you go looking, you're going to find it. And depending on what you find may not be what you think it is. It just may be something that's going along with whatever's going on in your head. And that's my only issue with not being able to control the narrative when that happens. That's all.
And when those moments happen, then that's called a conversation, because y'all are both adults, and especially if you're married, those are the type of conversations that need to be had so you can better understand your partner, and there can be a level of intimacy shared once you better understand your partner. Now, going back to what you just said, it doesn't always work like that. It doesn't always have to be a past relationship that has left a woman or a man jaded. It can also work like this. Me and you are together. We're dating. I'm sitting next to you. This is true life, okay? you're texting in your phone. I see a text message from a woman who's got heart eyes, or there's a heart emoji, or a kissy face.
Yeah.
Now, I've never thought you were cheating prior to that moment, or never questioned you, but now I see something inappropriate in your phone while I'm sitting next to you, not looking, but I'm just looking at your phone. I'm not purposely going through your phone. Then I'm like, why is there a kissy face in your phone if you're in a whole relationship? So I may then say, let me see your phone. Then I see the text that we're talking about, and that opens a can of worms that you can't quite explain. A lot of women, believe it or not, can compartmentalize the relationship for what it is. It doesn't mean that we have old baggage that we're going to bring into this new relationship and blame you for his transgressions from the past. But once you lose my trust in our relationship, you chip away a little bit of my heart. Every time you do something else, you chip away some more of my heart, to the point where you can't even repair the chips because so much has been chipped away. That's your fault. That's no one else's fault from the past. It's all yours.
I agree with you, but herein lies the problem. You ready? So I meet you. I'm dating you. The person who is texting me and might respond to something or say something with a heart emoji or whatever, that could be the way I talk to that person, and I've known that person for 10 years. And it could be totally innocent on my part. But it made me... It's not fine, because you're never going to believe that it's totally innocent. That's the problem I'm trying to say. And you and I both know, Nina, you have relationships with people that might send you hearts or whatever, because you've had that long-term relationship. You have guys that call you baby or love you, sis, love you, or whatever, love. And it's all good because that's the relationship you have with somebody. So if somebody doesn't, and I don't trust and believe, we got so many friends, we may not be able to go through everybody in our phone and be like, okay, this person, this is how we talk. That person, this is how we talk. This person, this is how, come on now.
You're missing a big point. You tell me, look, I'm talking to her and we talk like this. And I say one or two things. Okay, cool, Frank. I can be okay with that and I can be understanding and trust you, or I can't. But at least I have the opportunity and the option to say, this doesn't make me feel comfortable. Let me exit left. If you're hiding it and I never can see that, then I never get to make the decision whether or not that makes me comfortable and if I want to stay in this relationship. Let people make the decision for themselves instead of hiding everything, and then we never find out. And then 10 years later, I'm like, I would have never been okay with it if I would have saw it 10 years ago. Give people the opportunity to make their own choices in relationships instead of lying and hiding stuff. Ooh, I almost cursed.
Nina, in all fairness, men and women hide stuff from each other all the time so that they don't want to create controversy and stuff in a relationship. All the time, Nina. Come on. You cannot say that there are certain things that you tread lightly with your man in past relationships because you know they may or may not understand. Guy A may understand. Guy B may not understand, and it could be a problem bigger than it's even worth. Come on now. You can't say it's always been perfect like that. Come on. That's unfair to say. Let's go to the phones before I start cursing. 96.3 WHUR. Hello.
Look, I have to agree with Nina if you're married. Now, as far as being single, that's up to you. But, if you agree on one-on-one when you first meet each other, nothing shouldn't be held back.
Arthur, we're not talking about you losing your individuality in a relationship. No, we're just talking about transparency and trust. And there has to be that in a marriage.
It sure enough does.
I agree with y'all 100%. Don't get me wrong. I agree 100%. The problem is that sometimes people see things and read into things differently than they really are. And I'd like to be able to control that narrative, not for somebody to be able to be on their own time just picking up the phone, looking at it because they feel in some type of way today. You know what I'm saying?
Nina always keeps it $100. Let me tell you something. Nina Brown always keeps it $100. I want the ugly truth. Don't sell me no beautiful lie. I can handle it, and I will forgive you for more things than you can imagine that I will forgive you for. But do not lie to me, bro. It will not end good.
Nina, can I say this? In front of Herb and in front of Sean G. I've said this to you a million times before. You are different. Okay?
Okay.
You are different. Okay? That's all I want to say, baby. All right. 96.3. You're smart, beautiful, intelligent.
I love y'all. That's my baby.
Here's the one thing that hurts a lot of people. Okay?
Okay.
The problem is most people are really, truly not intimate because they're afraid to be intimate. Intimacy is being very vulnerable, giving up everything, like showing everything to the person that you're with.
The ugly parts too, yeah.
The ugly parts too. And most people think it takes time to get to intimacy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things happen in between that time that cause them never to be intimate.
Right.
And people are in relationships now with people that they're really not intimate with. There are people who have been married for years where their friends, another personal friend knows more about them than their spouse does.
Right.
Because they're afraid to tell their spouse everything. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's easy to say, oh, we should have each other's cell phone passwords and just go through my phone. I go through your phone or whatever. So many people are not intimate enough to be able to do that. That's number one. Here's the other side. Watch this. And I'm going to end my conversation tonight with this one thing, okay? Listen to this. When you get to the point of being married, they always tell you, good to bad, better or worse, right?
Right.
Okay. A lot of times, you don't even know, and this is hard, you don't even know the real insecurities that people have until you're well into the relationship. Because those insecurities never came out in the beginning.
Right.
So things that were cool when you were dating or engaged ain't cool no more when you got married, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you find yourself in counseling. And what happens when most people go to counseling? They're like, wait a minute, it wasn't like this before. And now you got to go to counseling and change your ways because the other person has issues that they never brought forward in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I say that some people don't need to go through each other's cell phones because they can't handle it, it's not that you don't love the person. It's just they can't handle it. And it's not a good idea. Because all you're going to do, because once trust is, you could say what you want, y'all. I'm a person that believes this. Once trust is broken, women never forget. Women never forget.
Yeah. Men too.
One more time.
Men too.
Listen.
Newsflash, men too.
Men, well, me, I'm not throwing it back in your face. But women will always bring it up.
No.
3 years later, 5 years later, 7 years later. Maybe not you.
They bring it up when they're still making those same mistakes. Like if you keep doing the same stupid stuff, then yeah, we're going to talk about what happened 5 years ago. If you're making different mistakes, then we won't bring it up.
Yeah, but you're comparing it and you're saying it's the same mistakes, and it often may not be, and it may be just your insecurity.
Cheating is cheating.
People are in counseling, Nina. A lot of people are in counseling because somebody's insecure in the relationship. It ain't that the other person's doing something wrong. It's they see the whole world through these insecure eyes. So even innocent things become major. That's all I'm saying. So I'm agreeing with you. Married, here you go, babe. Here's my cell phone. Go through it. Do what you want. I have no problem with it. But the problem is certain people ain't ready for it without you being there to do it with them. And that's the only thing.
Maybe folks shouldn't get married until you get to that point of intimacy.
But you didn't hear what I said. They don't know. You think you are because you're in love.
Okay,
you think you're ready.
I understand. Why? Don't yell at me.
You're
right.
You
don't have to yell at me.
I'm not yelling.
Hear you.
It's my microphone.
But maybe that's what we need to practice and do better as a culture is we need to get to know each other on a deeper, more intimate level before we actually say our vows.
Agreed. Which is why I say the best person to marry is your best friend.
Amen.
Stop marrying people that y'all fall in love with and get infatuated with. Because that ain't nothing. Infatuation, love does not last. Marry your best friend that can hear you fart. And you can sit there and pee in front of and everything. Marry that person.
Hello.
You get what I'm saying?
Who know how you talk to your friends on text message, baby?
Right.
Okay.
Right, exactly. That's who you need to marry. Because all the cute infatuation love that you think is going to be there, that ain't going to be there.